Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you here today. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure why I can't move or resize this little bubble with my face, but never mind. It will have to stay where it is. The most important thing is that you can hear me clearly and see the slides. Is that correct? Yes, yes. All right. Before we dive into anything, let me ask you one thing. Do you have your notebook with you, a warm cup of tea, and a comfortable place to sit in? Great, because today we are slowing down together. So let's take one deep grounding breath before we begin. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And this calms nervous system. And as you will learn today, your hormones follow your nervous system. Before we start, please say hi in the chat and tell me where you're joining from. Oh wow. Liverpool, Leeds, Netherlands, Ireland, US, California. It's morning in California, isn't it? Okay, this is so beautiful. So many women connecting at the same time. I love this, and we are worldwide. And this is actually my first webinar ever, so I'm a little bit nervous. And if something freezes or glitches, I do apologize in advance. But I promise the content will be worth it because I've poured my heart into this webinar. Okay, so, and one more thing, I don't want to get distracted. So I'll be checking the chat only occasionally and I will answer your questions at the end. And to get ahead of the questions you will definitely ask, if everything goes well, the webinar will be recorded and I will share the replay with you. So finger crossed, it all runs smoothly. Okay, so let's begin. Let me show you why I created this training and why we're here today, because every single day I receive messages like this. Women telling me I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm exhausted even after 8 hours of sleep. My mood swings. Um, I'm scared something is happening inside my body. My tests are normal, but I feel anything but normal. I don't know where to start, etc., etc. And I want to say something very clearly. You are not alone, as you can see, and you are not imagining it. We live in a time of fast pace, constant stress, blue light, disrupted sleep, ultra processed foods, chemicals, zero rest, zero nervous system recovery and support. And this environment is not compatible with healthy, balanced hormones. No wonder so many of you feel lost. No wonder your bodies feel overwhelmed. And these messages show me one thing. This is a huge problem for modern women, and nobody teaches how to approach it. So I decided to create this webinar to help you understand what's happening inside your body and to show you that a balance is absolutely possible. Before we go any further, let me ask you something. Which one feels most true for you right now? Is it A, PMS mood swings, B, low energy even after 8 hours of sleep, C, bloating, weight changes, D, perimenopause symptoms like hot flashes, anxiety, irregular cycles, or maybe E, anxiety, overwhelm? So please drop A, B, C, or D in the chat. Oh my gosh, so many B's, so many D's. Okay, so you are definitely in the right place. My method was created exactly for women who feel like this. Everything we talk about today will suddenly make things click. Very soon you will understand why you feel the way you feel and what the first steps to change actually are. So stay with me because this will finally give you clarity. Now, for those who don't know me, I'm Alexandra Ostrowska-Wiwer. I'm a biologist, herbalist, naturopath, and women's health practitioner. I help women naturally regulate their hormones, their cycles, their energy, their mood with herbs, their rhythms, nervous system support, and simple nutrition. But what many people don't know that I didn't start as a practitioner. I started as a patient. When I was a teenager, I had hormonal issues, irregular cycles, very irregular cycles, breakouts, anxiety, extreme mood swings, fatigue, weight gain. And guess what? All my lab results look normal. Of course, nobody analyzed them functionally. So doctors told me, we don't know what's wrong with you. Let's put you on synthetic hormones. And I'm so grateful for my mom because she said no and took me to a natural medicine practitioner instead. And then everything changed. Everything started to make sense. My body healed. I began to understand what hormones actually need. And that experience shaped my entire life, and probably that's why we're here today together. Years later, I had my own episode of a thyroid dysregulation, as you can see on this slide. Um, I didn't feel well. I knew something was off. And instead of panicking, I used the same tools I teach today: nervous system work, herbs, nutrition, mineral balancing. And in few months, you can see the difference between January and July 2024. My thyroid recovered. This was the final confirmation for me that the body can heal when you support it in the right order. And that's why I'm here today, to show you how you can do this too. Okay, before we move any further, I want to introduce you to someone who represents so many of the women I support. This is Patricia's story. Patricia is 41, she's from London. And when Patricia first reached out to me, she was completely drained. Not just tired, drained to the point where even basic daily tasks felt overwhelming. She told me things like, I feel like I'm losing my mind, I'm losing control. My mood scares me, I don't recognize myself anymore. She had zero energy, horrible PMS, mood swings that made her feel like she was losing her mind, random hot flashes, panic, sleep all over the place, and every month felt like countdown to chaos. And what broke my heart the most was when she said, I don't feel safe my own body anymore, in my own body anymore. And let me know in the chat if this resonates with you at all, even a tiny bit. Yes, I see many of you saying, yes, that's me. This is exactly how I feel. So, as you can see, you are not alone. And most importantly, this is not your fault. So, what happened next? We worked together for 12 weeks, supporting her nervous system, improving liver detox pathways, nourishing her hormones with herbs, adjusting daily habits, and so on. And her message, the one you can see on the screen, arrived one morning, and honestly, I remember it made me cry. She wrote, I feel like my body's calming down for the first time in years. My sleep is the best it's been in ages. I no longer dread my cycle. I can feel my hormones balancing. It's wild how fast things shifted. And then this line, I feel like myself again. That's what this work is about. It's not about perfection. It's not about strict rules, not some unrealistic regime, but coming back home to your body. And what Patricia experienced is not random, not luck, not magic. It's what happens when you finally give your hormones what they've been quietly needing for years. And this is exactly what I'm going to show you today. Okay, so now that you've met Patricia and you've seen what's possible, let me ask you something important. Do you want to learn exactly how she achieved these results? Because nothing about her transformation was random, lucky, or just, genetics. It was based on a clear system that any woman can follow, no matter her age, cycle, or symptoms. So if you want to learn how she did it, type yes in the chat right now. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let me take a sip of my tea while the yeses come in because they're flying. Honestly, this makes me so happy because saying yes to this one simple question means you're already saying yes to your own health, your energy, your emotional balance, your quality of life. I want you to feel this moment. This is where everything starts shifting. So, since you're all here, all saying yes, let's dive deeper. Let me show you the exact root causes I look at with every woman, including Patricia, and the same ones that probably 99% of you in this room today are dealing with, often without even knowing. Now let's look at level deeper, because this part is so important and so misunderstood sometimes. Everything you see on this slide, PMS, mood swings, night sweats, low libido, irritability, fatigue, none of this means your body is broken. Your body is not being difficult, it's just communicating, it's asking for help. Your symptoms are messages, signals that something inside your hormones, your stress response, or your detox pathway has been out of balance for too long. So, let me explain this in a really simple way. Your hormones don't just go crazy. They respond to what your nervous system and your liver are experiencing. If your nervous system is overwhelmed due to stress, overthinking, rushing, emotional pressure, your brain reduces progesterone production. And low progesterone means PMS, anxiety, irritability, bad sleep. If your liver is overloaded due to synthetic hormones, medication, toxins, alcohol, processed foods, stress metabolites, you can't clear excess estrogen. And high estrogen means heavy periods, mood swings, breast tenderness, bloating. Then, if your blood sugar is unstable, you get energy crashes, cravings, irritability, weight changes. If your cortisol is dysregulated, you feel tired but weird, wake up at 3 a.m., or feel exhausted even after 8 hours of sleep. And this isn't about blame, this is biology. And once you understand the biology, everything becomes easier. And the truth is that these symptoms are not normal because you are a woman. They're common, but not normal. And that's really important. Um, they're simply your body's telling you something has been out of balance for too long. Please help me. And when you support the root, your hormones, your liver, your nervous system, your body responds beautifully, just like Patricia's did. And ignoring the signs doesn't make them go away. It just makes the imbalance louder. But the good news is, and I really want you to hear that, once you understand the message, you can change everything. Now, I want to show you something that almost no one talks about. And honestly, this is the where women get stuck for years. Because here's the truth: your body doesn't get over it; it adapts, and not in a good way. When we ignore early hormonal symptoms like the fatigue, the PMS, the mood swings, the bloating, the low libido, your body doesn't just sit there and wait. It compensates. And compensations look like this: stealing nutrients from other systems, pushing cortisol higher, slowing your metabolism, disrupting your sleep rhythms, throwing off blood sugar balance, overloading the liver, increasing inflammation, uh, deepening perimenopause symptoms long before even perimenopause starts. And this is why your PMS get worse, your periods get heavier and more painful, fatigue becomes your new normal. Perimenopause feels chaotic even when you're still too young. Your mood feels unpredictable. Your energy crashes in the middle of the day. Your body starts reacting to things that never bothered you before. And I want you to hear this next part really clearly. Not because you're broken, but because you haven't been given a system that works. And women aren't taught how to support their hormones. We are told drink coffee, push harder, take painkillers, take synthetic hormones if it gets really bad. But we're not given the tools that actually understand what our bodies are saying. If any part of you feels like, this might be happening to me, just type me in the chat. Me. I see you. And I promise this can change much faster than you think when you support your body instead of forcing it to survive. Okay, let's check in with your body now. Which symptoms is the loudest for you right now? Please choose one letter. Is it A, PMS, mood swings, B, low energy, sleeping issues, C, irregular cycles, heavy cycles, D, perimenopause symptoms, E, anxiety, overwhelm, irritability, F, bloating, sluggish digestion, or maybe G, all of the above. Please go ahead, type your letter in the chat. Okay, I'm seeing so many B's, so many E's, and a lot of G's. And this is exactly what I see inside my work every single day. And here's the part that no one explains: these symptoms are not separate, they all come from the same root system in your body. Your hormones don't work in isolation, they follow your nervous system, your liver, your blood sugar, your digestion. So when one part of the system gets overwhelmed, everything else starts to speak louder. And that's why you might feel like, why is everything falling apart at once? Why I'm so tired and moody and bloated? Why does my body feel unpredictable? Um, this is not because you're doing anything wrong. It's because your body is trying to get your attention. And I promise, once you understand what's underneath your symptoms, you can change the entire picture so much faster than you think. So, stay with me. In the next few minutes, you will see exactly how all the symptoms are connected and how women like Patricia got results so quickly. Okay, so now let me show you the real reasons your hormones are struggling, because once you understand this, everything makes sense. And again, this is not your fault, not your age, not your genetics. Your body is simply adapting to stressors it can't keep up with anymore. And here are the four root causes I see every day in my practice. So, root cause number one, nervous system dysregulation, HPA axis imbalance. And this one is huge. Your stress response system, called the HPA axis, hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, is like the CEO that tells your hormones what to do. Uh, when your HPA axis is overwhelmed from chronic stress, lack of sleep, emotional pressure, rushing, caffeine on an empty stomach, it sends a message to your body: survival first, hormones later. And this one shift alone can cause PMS, irregular cycles, low libido, poor sleep, cravings, anxiety or irritability, exhaustion that coffee doesn't fix. Because your hormones always follow your stress levels. And this is why in my practice we start with calming and regulating the nervous system with herbs, breath practices, nourishment, and rhythm. Root cause number two, stagnant or overburdened liver. Uh, your liver is your hormone filter. It clears out used estrogen, and when it slows down because of stress, inflammation, poor sleep, poor diet, medication, alcohol, processed foods, those hormones start to recirculate. And that's when we see heavy periods, clothing, hormonal acne, mood swings, breast tenderness, uh, because your liver is everything when it comes to balanced hormones. So it's really, really important. Then we've got root cause number three, gut imbalance or estrobolome disruption. Your gut doesn't only digest food, it processes hormones too. Inside your gut is a special group of bacteria called the Ostrowska-Wiwer, and their job is to metabolize estrogen properly. When the gut is imbalanced from stress, again, antibiotics, constipation, bloating, low stomach acid, estrogen rises and symptom rises too, inflammation rises. And this is why so many women improve simply by supporting digestion. And root cause number four, inflammation and blood sugar dysregulation. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes all day, cortisol rises. And high cortisol disrupts the HPA axis, which disrupts the ovaries, which disrupts everything. So it becomes a loop: blood sugar, cortisol, hormones, mood, cravings, more blood sugar swings. So stabilizing blood sugar is one of the fastest ways to calm symptoms. So when we support all four of these areas, your nervous system, HPA axis, liver, gut, and blood sugar, your body responds fast, believe me, because your hormones are designed to heal. They just need the right environment, the right tools. Um, so now I want to show you the exact three-step framework I use with every single client, whether she's 25, 35, 45, or 55 plus. This simple, repeatable, and it works because it supports the root of hormonal imbalance, not just the symptoms. So, are you ready? Let's go step by step. So, step one, calm your nervous system. And this always comes first because your hormones follow your stress levels. If your nervous system is dysregulated, if your HPA axis is overwhelmed, um, your body will always prioritize survival over hormone production and reproduction. In practice, it means breath work, grounding rituals, herbal nervines like lemon balm, milky oats, skull cap, creating safety cues for your body, lowering cortisol spikes. Because when the nervous system calms, hormones finally have permission to stabilize. And this is always where the transformation begins. Step two, reset your liver and gut. This is where we clear out what's blocking your hormones from doing their job. The liver clears used hormones, especially estrogen. The gut recycles them. When these two are overwhelmed, estrogen dominant symptoms explode. So we use herbal bitters, fiber, hydration, mineral balance, supportive meals, gut healing herbs and foods. And once these pathways open, symptoms like PMS, heavy cycles, bloating, skin issues, mood swings begin to shift fast. And step three, build hormonal harmony. So once the stress response, liver and gut are supported, now we can nourish your hormones. That's when we bring in phytoestrogens for cycle support and perimenopause, progesterone supporting herbs, nourishing adaptogens, mineral rich routines, foods that stabilizes blood sugar and calm inflammation. And this is where women start feeling like themselves again. More energy, stable moods, regular cycles, deeper sleep, easier periods, calmer days. And I want you to hear this clearly. This three-step foundation is what every woman needs, regardless of her age. Uh, when you support these three pillars, your hormones respond beautifully. Your body wants to be in balance, it just needs the right environment and tools. Um, Now I really want to talk about something important because if you are here, you probably already tried so much and none of it gave you the long-term relief or you deserve. So let me show you the most common things women try and why they keep them stuck, sometimes for years. So trying random supplements like magnesium, ashwagandha, probiotics. Of course, they are crucial, very important, but most women take this without knowing um, what really their body needs. And supplements can help, but only when we fix the system underneath. Then cutting foods without understanding the cause, like dairy, sugar. Of course, it's really important to cut sugar and caffeine, but many women eliminate everything, but nothing changes. Because the real issue wasn't the food, it was the nervous system, the liver, the gut, the HPA axis. Googling solutions, spending hours trying to self diagnose and ending up even more confused because Google gives symptoms, not systems. Then waiting months for blood tests and then receiving everything in normal when clearly it's not. Blood test, of course, is very important, but sometimes don't show nervous system dysregulation, HPA axis overwhelm, and and estrogen recirculation, inflammation patterns, the real root causes. And then treating symptoms, not systems. So painkillers for periods, creams for skin, supplements for sleep. But the symptoms come back because the root cause wasn't addressed. Doing everything perfectly, then burning out, then quitting. So tracking food, doing 10 habits a day, strict routines, and then giving up because it's not sustainable. Healing should not feel like a second full-time job. Blaming age or bad hormones. Oh, I see this very often. And most women tell me, I guess that's just how it is now, but it's not true. The body wants to be balanced. It just needs, the right environment and the right tools. And here's the truth. None of this work long term because it doesn't support the system beneath your symptoms. The symptoms are just messages. We must fix the communication system. That's exactly why the women I work with finally experience real change because we stop chasing symptoms and support the nervous system, liver, gut, and HPE axis in the right order. Now I want to show you something really important, not to scare you, but to help you make an empowered, informed choices. Because the truth is that not having a system also have a cost. And most women paid for years without even realizing it. Without structured approach, most women spend at least $200 on supplements that don't work because they're guessing. At least let's say $300 on unnecessary tests that often come back normal, which doesn't explain anything. Years in trial and error, switching diets, routines, products, hoping something sticks. Months waiting for appointments, only to live with, you're fine, it's just your hormones, it's your nature, it's your age. Countless days feeling tired, irritated, in pain, or overwhelmed. But the emotional cost is the highest one, the frustration, the feeling of, what's wrong with me? Mm, the fear that things will only get worse, the exhaustion from trying so hard with, no results. And finally, you lose confidence, you lose energy, you lose joy. And you deserve so much more than guessing. You deserve a system that finally makes your body feel safe again, so your hormones can actually respond. Um, and before we go any deeper, I want to show you something very close to my heart. This is my mom, Monica. She's 53 and she runs a business. She works full time. She travels. She lives fully. She doesn't have time to chaos, burnouts, or, months of feeling unwell. And yet, her perimenopause, because she's in perimenopause now, is calm. Zero hot flashes, zero hormonal chaos, zero fear of aging. Not because she's lucky, not because she has perfect genetics, because we don't, but because she supports her liver, her nervous system, and her minerals consistently, exactly with the same framework I'm about to show you. And of course, she's drinking my herbal teas. And this matters because so many of you believe that your age decides how you feel, but biology doesn't. Suddenly, break at 40 or 50. What changes is the support, not your body. My mom is the reason I do what I do. When I was a teenager struggling with hormonal issues, like I told you before, she was the one who took me to natural medicine instead of synthetic hormones, and everything changed for me. So if you're sitting here thinking, maybe it's too late for me, this is just my age, I want to see this as proof, my mom as a proof, that your body is not the problem. Your body just needs the right system. And now I'm going to show you that system, the exact step-by-step framework I use with every client, and the same one that changed my life and my mom's life. Mm, Now, before we go any further, I want to show you something important. These are real answers from over 200 women in my community. And when we look at these numbers, they tell a very, very clear story. Out of more than 200 women, the majority feel like something is off. Most are exhausted or overwhelmed, and almost no one feels truly balanced. And these results are not just statistics, they are a reflection of what's happening in women's bodies every single day. And here's the important part. These numbers don't show a hormone problem. They show a nervous system problem, a stress problem, a liver detox problem, and a gut imbalance problem. Women aren't struggling because their bodies are broken. They're struggling because the system that regulate hormones are overloaded. So look at the patterns: fatigue, irritability, anxiety, heavy cycles, low mood, overwhelm, poor sleep. These are not random symptoms. They are all connected to stress physiology, blood sugar swings, mineral imbalance, poor estrogen clearance, and overstimulated HPA axis. And that's why so many women stay stuck for years, because they're trying to fix hormonal symptoms without supporting the foundation that create um, hormones in the first place. I need to take a sip, sorry. So when you understand this, everything changes, because once you support the nervous system, the liver, the gut, and inflammation, reduce inflammation, your hormones don't need months to shift. They respond fast, believe me. And this is the part almost no one talks about, and this is exactly what I'm going to show you now. So how do you actually know when your body needs support? These three signs are the clearest clues your physiology is giving you. Not because something is wrong, but because something is overloaded. So first, your symptoms repeat every week or every cycle. That means the underlying system aren't resetting. In functional medicine, we call this stuck loop, a stuck loop. Mm, the nervous system, the HPA axis, the liver and gut starts repeating the same pattern. So your symptoms repeat too. Second, you are doing everything right, yet you're still exhausted. And this is classic for women with HPA axis dysregulation because your body is running in survival mode, not because you're stressed mentally, but because your biology thinks it needs to protect you. When the HPA axis is overloaded, overworked, it steals resources from your sex hormones. And this is why your progesterone crashes, your estrogen becomes chaotic, and your energy feels unpredictable, even if your lifestyle is perfect. And the third, your mood, energy, or cycle feel unpredictable. That's not random. This is your liver, minerals, cortisol rhythm, blood sugar, and gut trying to stabilize you, but they don't have enough support to do it consistently. And here's the message most women never hear: your body is not confused, your body is not broken, your body is under supported. When you align the system, the symptoms shift. And this is exactly why women in my survey feel stuck, and exactly why the results change so dramatically when you support the nervous system, minerals, liver, gut, and inflammation first. Because this is the foundation that makes hormones finally make sense. Mm, and hormones, I need to tell you this, hormones don't get easier with time, they get louder. The longer your system stay dysregulated, the more your body has to work against itself just to keep you functioning. That's why waiting leads to cortisol becoming irregular, more fatigue, weird at night. PMS intensifying because progesterone can stabilize. Perimenopause becoming chaotic instead of calm. Sleep getting lighter, shorter, or more interrupted. Weight becoming resistant because the HPA axis is dysregulated. And this leads to anxiety heightening because minerals and nervous system are depleted. This isn't aging. This is physiology under pressure. But here's the empowering part. The moment you give your body structure, rhythm, minerals, liver support, and nervous system regulation, your symptoms start shifting faster than you think. Mm, your body wants to find balance. You just need the right framework, not more guessing. So if you're ready for the solution, type yes in the chat. Okay, great. So many yeses. All right. At this point, you have a choice. When women understand what's really happening in their bodies, the nervous system, HPA axis, liver, gut, minerals, there are only three paths they can realistically take. Two of them, option one and option two, keep you stuck. One of them moves you forward, and this is option three. And this is exactly where you decide which direction you want your health to go. When women stop guessing and finally follow a structured step-by-step system, everything starts to shift. Your cortisol calms, then your anxiety and overwhelm soften. Your liver and gut reset, then your PMS, bloating, and irritability reduce. Minerals rebalance, then your energy stabilizes. When your HPA axis is regulated, your mood, sleep normalize. Hormones align, you feel more like yourself again. This is not magic, it's physiology, supported the right way. So, let me introduce you to something that changes everything. The method I've used with women for years, including myself and my mom. Women who came to me exhausted, inflamed, frustrated, burned out, and left feeling calm, energized, lighter, and hormonally steady again. Uh, this is the natural hormone reset 4-week method, a structured, science-backed, herbal-based system designed to one thing: bring your hormones back into harmony naturally, without guessing and without spending months trying to figure it out alone. Because when your nervous system, your HPA axis softens, your liver clears efficiently, and your gut stops recycling old hormones, your entire body shifts, your symptoms shift, your life shifts. And what women experience with this method, because this is the same system I use during my one-to-one consultations with women. So feeling calmer and steady instead of irritable or overwhelmed. Cycles that make sense again, not chaos. PMS that reduces or disappears. Less bloating, less inflammation, fewer crashes. Perimenopause that feels peaceful, not frightening. Energy that finally returns without, supplement drawer full of pills. A body that feels in tune again. And the most important, clarity instead of confusion. So, like I said, this isn't magic. This is what happens when you support biology the way it is designed to be supported. And why this method works? Because most women try random supplements, strict diets, endless Google searches, waiting for tests, guessing, hoping, trying again and again. But the truth is, your symptoms uh, were never the problem. Your system needed support. And this is exactly what this method gives you, because it supports your nervous system regulation. It gives you liver reset, gut balance, cycle alignment, tools like minerals and herbs that actually work with your physiology. When these five foundations come together, your hormones stabilize. And when your hormones stabilize, you stabilize. Mm, So let me show you exactly what you're getting inside the 4-week method. So this is not a PDF, this is a full program, um, step by step. It's not a meal plan, it's not a collection of tips, it's a full hormonal support system, step by step, science-based, herbal-driven, and built for busy women who don't have time to waste. And here's what's waiting for you inside. So over 25 herbal recipes, formulas. These are the exact blends I use with my clients for energy, PMS, sleep, liver detox, nervous system calm, and perimenopause support. So you get them all, no guessing, no googling, just prepare, use, and feel the difference. 4 weekly action plans and trackers, prompts, reflection prompts. So your hormones don't change, from random habits. They change from structure. And each week has a clear step, simple actions, and easy flow. So do the plan and feel the change. You can print it, and you should print it and have, with you all the time. 1.5 hour expert video lessons, short, digestible, and powerful. And these lessons help you understand what your body is doing and why. So you gain back control, not confusion, and you finally understand how your body works. You also get hormonal imbalance self check. So no more wondering what's wrong with you or with me. In minutes, you will understand the exact patterns behind your symptoms and what to do next. You also get breathing techniques for nervous system balance, because your hormones follow your HPA axis. These practices calm cortisol, stabilize energy, improve sleep, and make your whole system more responsive. Uh, you also get the solfeggio frequencies. So tracks for nervous system at specific frequencies that soften emotional balance and deeper rest, so your body can actually heal instead of constantly fighting. And long-term integration plan, because this isn't about 4 good weeks. It's about a stable cycle, stable energy, and stable emotions, um, long term. Your plan guides you through exactly how to maintain your results for life. So everything inside this program was created to remove overwhelm, remove confusion, and remove guessing. So instead of doing 20 things at once, you follow one proven system, and your body finally responds. Oh, I see your comments. Don't worry, the active link to join is coming up in just a moment. You will able to jump in with one simple click. But before I show you the link, I want you to fully understand why this method works so quickly, so steadily, and why it transformed my clients' lives, um, even when nothing else helped before. So, why this work? Most women who come to me have already tried everything: clearer eating, supplements, random herbs, workouts, cutting sugar, meditation, balancing hormones naturally, videos on TikTok or Instagram, and nothing really changed. Not because they did something wrong, but because all those things only target one tiny piece of the puzzle. Hormones will never balance if the system underneath them is dysregulated. And that's the difference with this method. This program doesn't chase symptoms. It corrects you know, the four root cause that actually create hormonal chaos, which is nervous system dysregulation. If your HPA axis is stuck in stress mode, your hormones simply cannot stabilize. That's PMS, anxiety, irritability, poor sleep, emotional sensitivity. When we calm the system, the hormones follow. Liver stress and detox. Uh, overloaded liver is responsible for processing hormones. When it's overloaded, it's not processing hormones properly. Uh, when it's overwhelmed, everything backs up. Bloating, fatigue, mood swings, inflammation. So we clear the load so hormones can move through your body properly again. Hormone pathway imbalance. This is where estrogen dominance, heavy cycles, hot flashes, acne, and weight fluctuations come in. So you cannot fix this with supplements alone. You need to support the pathways that move hormones, not just the symptoms of imbalance. And gut stress. 80% of hormone metabolism happens in the gut. Uh, if there's inflammation, poor absorption, or the microbiome is off, your hormones will always remain unstable. And this program resets that foundation so your body can finally respond. And here's the truth. Most women try to fix the symptoms, and this method fixes the system and the symptoms disappear. If you've been feeling stuck, if nothing has worked the way you hoped, if you've been, wondering what's wrong with me, your body isn't failing. It simply needs the right support. And now you finally have it, the support. Um, so the link is now active and this is your moment. But here's the important part. Until Sunday only, is Sunday 23rd of November, you can join and grab the whole program for $119. And this is your webinar only price and it's available only for the first 100 women who join. On Monday, the official launch begins and the price will go up to the regular rate, which will be $219. And this is the lowest price this program will ever be offered. And this only here, only now, only for you who attend the webinar. So if your hormones, mood, sleep, or cycles have been asking for help, if you are, tired of trying to figure out alone on your own, if you want a system that finally works, this is your moment. Simply just click the link and join us inside because your body will thank you long before the 7 days are over. So, what happens when you join? The second you click the link and secure a spot, everything changes. Not next week, not one day, right now. Because this isn't just a purchase. This is a decision, the kind of decision women look back and say, that's the moment everything started to shift. And here's what happens instantly. You get immediately access to the full program, no waiting, no drip schedule. You begin to reset, feeling supported, not overwhelmed. You know exactly what to do each week, so all the guesswork is done. And your nervous system feels the difference from day one because finally your body has a plan it can follow. And the truth, most women stay stuck not because they can't change, but because they delay the moment they say yes to themselves. So you don't need more supplements, you don't need more Googling, you don't need more trying harder. You need a system that works. And right now you have access to the system for the lowest price it ever will be. The women who join today, they are the ones who get the fastest results, the biggest breakthroughs, and the most transformation. If you hear And if your heart is saying, I think it's, that I've been looking for, trust that. Simply click that link below and join us. Okay, so now it's Q&A time, but I know time is running a little tight, so I will answer a few of the most common questions I get right here. But don't worry, if I don't get to yours, I will reply in an email after the webinar so you get a full, clear answer. So let's jump into the top questions I see coming in. Okay, what if I don't have much time? I'm worried I won't keep up. So this is totally understandable. And this is exactly why I created this method, because the plan is intentionally simple and structured. You are not spending hours in the kitchen researching herbs or trying to figure out things alone. Each week takes about 15 to 20 minutes to read small, doable daily shifts. So that's it. And the truth is, your hormones don't need more time, they need the right input. So that's why so many women see shifts even during busy weeks. If you can give your body consistency, not perfection, you will get results really fast. I've tried so many things before. How this is actually different. So you are probably not alone. Most women joining this program have already tried supplements, diets, or random advice online. So here's the difference. Most approaches only target symptoms, and this method fixes the system that creates symptoms. Your nervous system, your liver pathways, your gut, your hormone communication, HPA axis support. When the system align, the symptoms shift naturally. This is why women who felt broken finally see real change, because nothing was wrong to them. Their body simply needed the right sequence and support. That's what this program gives you. Okay, and last question. Price. It's $119. Really worth it. What if I'm not sure? Okay. So you are not paying for information. You are paying for a complete plan that actually works, saves you months of guessing, and gives you lifetime access, future updates, all bonuses, and a system based on physiology and clinical experience. Your results will last because the foundation is fixed. Also, this is the lowest price this program will ever be offered. Like I said, on Monday during the official launch, the price goes up. And also, you have a 7-day money back guarantee, so you can join today, go through the plan, and if you feel it's not for you, simply email me. No risk, no pressure. But the real question is, how much longer do you want to wait to feel like yourself again? If your body's asking for support, this is the moment. But like I said, there's a 7 days money back guarantee, so you are not risking. You can check it. Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I will reply to the rest of questions after this webinar, and I will send them to you directly through the email. Thank you so much once again for being here with me. It truly means more than you know. Before you go, I have a gift for you. Because you stayed until the end, I'll be sending a practical PDF straight to your inbox. Something you can start using today to support your hormones and your nervous system. And for those of you who ask questions that I didn't have time to answer, don't worry, I'm going to reply to them in an email and make sure you get clear, helpful answers. But before we officially close, oh, but you joined. Thank you for joining. I'm pretty sure that you'll be really satisfied, and you're gonna see long-lasting results in the first 4 weeks. So yeah, thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your openness. Uh, you could have been anywhere else, but you choose to be here, learning how to support your body, your health, and your future. And I cannot wait to welcome you inside the program and support you on the other side. Have a beautiful evening, and I will see you inside. Bye.